For checking in on us again. Here we are on the next day from when we shot yesterday. Okay, but we have a special guest with us today, Terry Paul.
Hey Terry, how's it going?
Good. All right, so he's a good friend of mine. He's a client of mine. I've done the majority of his tattoos, all of his tattoos.
All of my tattoos.
And how many you got now? Like 10?
13.
13.
And he's a veteran. He's a great guy. He's a cool guy.
Right. So we, well, I'm just gonna get this out of the way.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way so that these people that dipped out on us.
Okay. Look,
in our show.
We were supposed to have our first big shoot tonight with our actual talking scenes into this stuff. Two major things went wrong. Okay, first of all, kudos to our truck guy. He came through. We got phenomenal shots of the truck. Okay. More than happy. I'm happy as flies on shit on that one. That's good. Okay. Truck scene, great. Okay, but then one of our other actors was supposed to be there at 5:30. He said earlier that day, "Oh, I'll be there at 5:30. Oh, I'm gonna be there at 5:30. No problem. He wasn't there. Where you at, dude? Where you at there? Oh, I'm at over here. Okay. Okay, we'll come get you. We went over there to go get him. Was he there? No. Where the hell was he? Oh, where are you at now? Oh, we're at Ross now. Oh, okay. Okay, what's your address? Okay, so we tell him to come to the house to do the shoot. Okay, he shows up with some dude that we don't know who was acting sketch to begin with. And then all of a sudden, they're here for not even 5 minutes. Maybe
3 minutes.
3 minutes, maybe, right? 3 minutes, maybe. And then all of a sudden, they don't say bye, they don't say boo, they don't say go screw yourself, nothing. They just go out in the car and leave like they're scared.
Yeah, they leave like they're scared.
I mean, it was the weirdest thing.
You know, we're shooting for a, Alien Border Patrol movie, and, we're in character. He's got his gun on him, he's got his hat, he looks like serious business, he's got his badge and everything. But apparently the guy's ride was sketched out.
Something.
And they both, to be honest, they didn't even, they're kind of pussies for that.
It was weird. It was very odd. It was a weird energy. We felt weird. It was weird. Yeah. So now I'm in the weird position on, okay, now what do I do about this dude? Do I just cut him out? You're fired, and get someone else?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I don't know. So this is what I got to wrestle with tonight.
The thing is he's missing an opportunity to be in our movie. And,
right.
It's not like it's big budget or anything. We're just kind of messing around, and we just want to...
But it is something we've been talking about with him for weeks, and he's been on board. So that's the weird spot. And second thing was, we were supposed to be shooting this at my house in our legitimate studio, but my roommate forgot and locked the house, and I didn't have my key, so we're over at Robert's shooting tonight.
Yeah. So where is Steve at this moment?
I don't know. So my roommate is who knows, and our actor is who knows.
Yes.
So we've turned this into
shooting.
Might as well do another episode. And since Terry was here, he's our guest.
Yeah.
So Terry, we want to know a little bit more about you. Tell us about kind of where you're from.
Okay, I was born in Georgia.
Georgia,
Fort Benning, Columbus.
Oh wow, how do you know that?
Yeah, I was born there in 1947.
He is 70, folks.
Hit 70
in great
last
shape.
He does not. This guy does not look 70.
And sharp as attack. He's
and still getting all slung back.
No, bless these guys, their eyes. That's cool. No, anyway.
And so how many kids you got?
I got 3 kids. Oldest 46, next one's 43.
Wow.
Youngest is 24.
That's a trip to hear.
You got kids older than Kevin.
I know. I'm only 44.
The only one I stay in contact with is my oldest one.
Oh, okay.
I fly back to Maryland once a year.
Okay. Now, you just took a trip, right?
Yeah.
That was last week?
Last week.
Okay, so what happened there?
Well, the funny thing is, I went to the airport 8 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to fly out on American, and everybody thought I was going to fly into a nor'easterner, but no. We got delayed on our end in Phoenix for 4 hours.
Right.
So we get on the plane, and they find out that we're overbooked. So they got me and another guy for one seat.
This is a great story.
So the stewardess says, well, there's a first class seat open, and one of you can have it, but we don't know which one. So I said, well, how about I flip a coin, and I carry a 2-headed quarter. I said, how about I flip a coin, I call heads. And the stewardess said, okay, I flipped the coin, called heads. I got the first class seat for the first time in my life.
You're a jerk.
a two-headed coin.
Who had the coin? I ordered it from a catalog.
That thing came in handy.
Okay,
You're
so-
like, let's take it to coin toss.
Okay,
Low
look,
hits.
I personally have never flown in first class. I don't know anything
They
that
give
goes
you
on
free
there.
drinks, whatever you
I
want.
mean, what's it like? Did you
All right,
have a
you got-
bomb-ass food or what?
Yeah, they give you a hot meal.
You can ask for things.
There's 2 big seats which are really cushy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but you know it's really the service. You know, like a $700 seat one way, and I bought a seat flying steerage for $200.
Right.
So for $700, I don't really think it's worth it. But you know, you
Wow.
have a lot less crowd.
Yeah.
You're not boxed in.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
You
the
can-
stewardess comes over all the time.
Yeah, you can get drinks whenever
get
you,
drinks
really
and everything,
want.
yeah.
You can get hard drinks.
Yeah.
But when I flew recently, they gave me a bunch of free drinks.
Oh, yeah?
Because they said the pilot's going to be late, and it was me and only 5 other people on this whole plane, this 267 passenger plane.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then it's like they were like, "You're gonna have to wait here for a while." So they were like, kept giving me drinks. It's because there's this babies crying and screaming in the
Oh,
plane.
Lord.
It was like, "Ah!"
You don't have that in
Everybody
first
was
class.
going nuts.
That you don't have in first class.
But I got as many drinks as I wanted,
Hey, there you go.
and they were Jack and Coke.
Oh,
and I
see,
had,
I don't
I had
drink.
4 Jack and Coke.
So then, was there a movie or something to watch?
Yeah, that was the worst science fiction movie I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
I don't. It's the newest one out, and it was dumb. We had the headphones, we could watch it, and you know, it killed 2 hours of the 4-hour trip.
Oh,
But it
okay.
was the dumbest science fiction I've ever seen.
What movie was it again?
I don't remember the title.
It was so bad.
It was
he
so
doesn't
bad.
even
Matt
remember.
Damon in it?
He doesn't
No,
even
it had Matt
remember.
Damon, but it just had stars in it. that-
Damon.
B-rated
Oh,
characters.
Okay.
Worst one I've ever seen in my life. The flight was great.
Right.
4 hours, great.
Right.
Great.
Well,
flight.
that ties me right into the next thing. Okay, the reason why we like you so much also for this role is because you are a seasoned actor from your past. Okay, check this out, guys. This dude right here was an extra on a very hot set in what year?
Oh God, I thought it was
97,
9
96,
No, it was earlier than that.
95. So
I'm 93.
they started filming
This film,
years.
yeah. It's a lot. It was Stargate. The original
Stargate, the first movie.
Yeah, Kurt Russell and
Yes.
James Spader.
Yes.
So
So you can see him in the desert scene up on a ladder.
up on a ladder. there was a scene where you got all these mega people chipping away for ore.
Right.
I was supposed to play in the Guardian ore miner, where you got 3 levels of people, and you can't say nothing because they dub in the sounds. They say
Right.
you got to pretend, and you can't make any noise because they dub in the sounds at the
You
end of
can't.
the
You
movie.
can't make the chinking.
Oh,
sounds.
you can't make the
do
ticking sounds.
nothing.
Well, I
Yeah.
climbed down the ladder. I was going up and down the ladder so I could pick myself out.
Yeah.
And one of the guys at cast, he said, well, only stuntmen do that. They get $10 every foot they climb, $10 every foot they fall. I said, don't worry about it. I'll yeah, that's what they do.
That's fucked up.
That's what they pay.
That's basically saying that
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what
you're
they pay.
falling down is worthless.
Right.
That's $10. $10 a foot. I climbed down the ladder. Now, there's a scene where there's this horse, it's a Clydesdale horse. It's got this Hollywood costume on it and a little short guy
Yeah.
manipulating handles called a mastage.
Oh.
Well, they didn't tell us about these things, and I climbed down the ladder and I backed up into something. I wondered what it was. I turned around and there's this costumed thing with this Cairo syrup coming out the nostrils, supposed to be your slime. I said, "Holy hell! Look at this thing!" And everybody says, "Stop! Stop! Cut! Cut!" And I'll never work for another English actor or director. Who said that? 2,000 people
Pointing at you.
pointing at me. So they had to do the scene over again.
Oh no.
But they had to do all the scenes over again
Yeah.
because you got 2,000 Mexicans, half of them can't speak English. You got the director telling the actors in English, then you got an interpreter telling the actors in Mexican.
Right.
And
Oh my God.
the scenes took long.
It was super hot. You said.
It was in the middle of the desert,
Oh.
right outside of Yuma. It was in the
Yeah.
middle of summer. It was hot, and the rate of pay the extras got, you got minimum wage for
Right.
8 hours.
Right.
You got time and a half, 8 to 12 hours, and you got double time
Yeah.
for 12 to 16
Yeah.
hours. And they will work you 16 hours a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So it's the extras that make the actors look good.
Yeah.
You know, because we're the ones that got to take the falls, take the
And it's like the actors are just one little sliver. The scene matters
Right.
You know,
Right,
what
right,
matters
right,
is
right,
what's
right.
going on too.
Well,
And that's a whole world they've got to create.
my
And,
brother Mark was in it, and he
Okay.
wound up running up a dune with Kurt Russell.
Oh wow.
And Kurt Russell, Mark looks over at him after he climbs the top of the dune. He says, "Well, Kurt," he says, "how do you find Yuma?" And Kurt was going. He was so beat. So he sent his stand-in for the next extras for the next scenes.
Wow.
That was funny because Kurt seemed to be in good shape, but and Kurt's only about 5'9". You know, when he was in Tombstone, they had to have teals on his feet like that to make him look 5'10", 5'11". But Kurt Russell's only 5'9". You know, he's not that tall. No,
Short dude.
Yeah, he's not that tall.
What do you call when you've got like a little hunk of fat hanging off your steak? It's called a Kurt Grussel.
Kurt. I'm sure you'd be glad to hear it.
Hey, Kurt Grussel.
But he's starting some good movies.
Yeah, but how old is he now?
Oh, Kurt's in his 70s
He's
now.
an old dude now.
He was I'm thinking of who was Circus Boy? Who played Circus Boy? Was it becoming an actor? I think it was Kurt Russell.
Really?
I think Kurt Russell was Circus Boy when he was like 9 and 10 years old. I think it was. He played Circus Boy in black and white movies. I remember that. I remember that when I was watching
Kurt
TV.
Russell.
Yeah, I think it was him that played Circus Boy. I believe it was him. But
Wow.
yeah, it's amazing where you can go and start from and wind up.
Oh yeah.
Then he married Goldie Hawn. Whoa, what a babe.
Well, and then in the future, whenever
But now her cooter's all blown out.
Yeah.
And then in
Yeah.
the future, when I do some of my huge Hollywood ones, the full features, the 2-hour ones or whatever, I would love to feature him in one of them.
I love to be in
You know, and then we fly him out to Florida, wherever we're shooting, you know, put him in, he'll fit right in.
Speaking role would be great.
That would be great,
Oh,
right? That's why you're
fantastic.
going to like this one, because you have a good speaking role in this one.
I love it.
You get to be a real kind of a jerk in this one.
That's
You
okay.
get to tell him
Yeah.
off.
You get to cheat me a new one. And I get to get all defensive. It's got to be real. Just unfortunate our actors our other actors, Smiley,
Yes.
dipped out.
But then it's been a debacle on the female role side too, because one girl was going to do it and then she reneged. Then we found another girl who seemed down, but then just flaked and would never even come and pick up
And
her
we
damn
had
script.
we have to edit. We had to edit.
nuts.
You know, the script, because I ain't kissing no one else.
So-
because I got a baby.
You know-
I got a girlfriend.
Yeah, and so we
And
altered.
she's gonna grab my nuts and twist them, and
I
then
mean,
rip them off.
We altered the script and everything.
She's gonna
so
twist and
the
pull
girl.
off like a
so
pickle
I
jar.
feel that
Yeah,
the
that's it.
girl that was in our last little short film, Becca Jewell, she's going to step up to the plate and play our role for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So, and she has a little girl that will play the role perfect for the
The
opening
alien,
scene.
or what is
The opening
what
scene
happened
where
with her?
she see in our opening scene, there's going to be a bedroom scene to where a teenage boy is woken out of bed seeing a dead grandfather standing at the edge of his bed. The little girl's going to come into the room and say, "Oh, that's just Granddad. Oh, I talk to him all the time." You know, this kind of
She
thing.
should have ran in there chasing after Grandpa and be
then-
like, "Hey, Grandma and Grandpa, over here."
But then what happens? A couple aliens come into the room. Little Greys will come in, and then she's gonna leave with the Greys. She's friends with the Greys.
Oh.
The little girl.
Sounds kind of creepy.
Oh, it's gonna be cool as.
We gotta watch out for that little girl. She's like the alien princess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So all that's gonna be going down hopefully next week.
So
Okay.
what-
So there's a few other things I wanted to talk to you about because you're our special guest. We touched a little bit on you get to be a little aggro towards him, but I've been hearing stories that you're a little aggro when you're driving sometimes.
It's terrible.
Okay, so tell me, how long has this been like this?
Years.
Like most of
Years.
your life?
Actually, no.
Probably after getting out of the military.
After getting out of the military.
Unplugging from whatever that world was and living in this
Well,
world.
I taught driver's ed when I come home from Nam for 2 years, and I'm very critical of
Hopefully,
people's,
yeah.
very critical of people's driving, especially
Okay.
tailgaters.
Okay.
Tailgaters they definitely are red flags for me.
Right,
I
right.
cannot stand a
Right.
tailgater,
Right.
and it seems Prescott seems to be full of them.
Now, hold on, let's get this straight. A tailgater, like someone at a tailgating party, or is it someone at a... or
That's
you
just
like-
riding your ass.
somebody's
a foot
riding
off
your ass.
telephone,
So you don't
that
meet
far
up...
from the back
Yeah.
of your
So,
car.
just all the people out there that are
Yeah.
obsessed with football and stuff, he ain't gonna beat you up. Don't worry about your
Oh,
tailgating.
road rage is terrible. They say.
Yeah, road rage, he drives through all the tailgaters.
Yeah. A friend of mine says the road rage comes from post-traumatic stress
Okay,
syndrome, which is
now-
what I suffer from.
Okay, now
I
tell
think
us.
anybody who goes
Yeah.
through anything stressful has
Oh, yeah.
post-traumatic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the way the body survives.
Yeah.
Someone
You
survives.
can get post-traumatic stress, a rape victim can do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a
You
combat
could
vet.
stub your
Right.
toe and get. I'm saying you could stub your toe and you learn to never stub that
Yeah,
fucking toe
yeah.
again. Post-traumatic stress.
Post-traumatic stress
Right.
can come from a lot of things. Abuse, you name it.
But in the military, you get a fucking serving of it on every shitstorm imaginable.
Yeah.
Psychological.
So
and-
tell me the story that recently happened with that guy.
Guys,
Okay, where were you?
I was outside of the VA. I was just making a left turn on the highway. This guy was right on my butt. I mean, right. He had a white Toyota, stout guy, redneck,
Yeah.
typical redneck guy. And he thought, when I went over to the right to let him pass,
Yeah.
he pulled over the same time I did.
Yeah.
So he thought I was trying to, screw with him. So
Wow.
he gets in front of me, and he's hitting his brakes. And I got a $50,000 Cadillac, and he's got
Right.
a piece of shit Toyota. Okay, he's hitting his brakes so I can hit him in the rear. So in Arizona, if you hit somebody in the rear, your fault.
yeah,
But he
so
kept
he knows
it,
the tailgate.
we kept this up for a while, then he finally peeled off. But what he didn't realize is he had his homemade sign on the side of his door, Clive's Hauling. So I am looking for Clive's
Yes.
Hauling.
And-
Yes,
but,
yes.
But you
We
did
shall
you,
find
didn't you motion
Clive.
for the dude to like pull over or like
Oh, yeah.
confront him on the
I
side
said-
of the road or
I said,
something?
come on, pull over. Come on, pull over. No, he wasn't getting out of his truck. He kept on hitting that brake pedal. And then when I pulled off the side of the road, and he spun off.
Yeah.
But he doesn't realize I saw his sign that says Clive's Hauling and stuck up here. So if I see Clive's Hauling, we're going to have a meeting. We're going to have a meeting.
Yep. He's gonna have a meeting,
Yeah, we're going to have a meeting.
and that guy's gonna be paddling up shit creek without a
I am
with a
very,
stick.
very vengeful when it comes to driving. I see everything I've accumulated in all these years, and just like that, because somebody's dumb and cut you off or tailgates you, get into an accident,
Yeah.
you could lose your life,
Oh yeah.
you get maimed, and
Sometimes they're just,
you don't
Now-
think about that.
Now, do you keep a loaded gun in your car at all times in case something goes down, or
I
do
do.
you just have the be good sticks, or I mean, what do you?
his first reaction is to be good stick, and
Yeah.
then,
Right.
then he'll pull out
As a
the.
last resort, I carry a gun in my car.
No one will every gun owner, anybody who owns a gun, they never want to shoot anybody.
Right.
Only criminals do.
The only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a
Yeah,
gun. I'm a good
exactly.
guy with a gun.
Yeah, unless he's got like
right.
superpowers.
Okay, so now let's talk about all your guns, because I know you have like
23.
like 1,000. Okay, no, you have only 23 now. I
Which
thought
is
you-
still a very large
I
collection.
thought you
of
had
guns.
like 30 or 40.
No.
It's still a large collection.
I'm down to 4 pistols, 5 shotguns, and I think 16 rifles. So the last rifle I got today was, believe it or not, a pellet gun that looks like an M14.
Oh,
And I got it from a catalog, but they
Oh.
forgot this in the magazine, so I got
Oh.
to call them up and tell them.
Yeah.
But it looks like an M14, so
Yeah.
it's a pellet gun.
yeah. And we've done some awesome shoots with him in our green screen at my place in our studio, where he's shooting a cool Russian gun, and then we have a shootout and all this kind of stuff, and we're going to be posting that pretty soon up on YouTube for you guys to watch. And it's pretty good footage.
I got a lot of replicas. I get them
Yeah.
from Spain. They're like the German MP44, the Russian PPSH Papashka machine gun. I got like 7 machine guns. The only one that works is my SKS and my AK-47.
Yeah,
they
which
work.
are great guns.
They work. The
I
other
like the
ones-
SKS almost over AK-47.
Yeah, I think it's over the AK is better.
I like it slimmer.
I got a British Sten, the kind that you hold like that. So I got British, Russian, German, English machine guns, but they're replicas. And there's no firing mechanisms in them. They make good wall hangings.
Well, and they make great for our movies.
Oh, they go for movies
'Cause they look
too.
cool.
And imagine someone breaking into his house and like grabbing all these replicas.